I'm going to sound like a bit of a broken record here, lekin stick with the show. The last 45 minutes of the last episode make you want to watch the whole thing from the start again. It gets good. But Stranger Things Season 4 really tried my patience. Hey all, my name is Acharita. This is my channel. You're watching a review. Today we're talking about Stranger Things Season 4 Volume 2, now streaming on Netflix. Spoilers ahead for Volume 1. No spoilers for Volume 2. But before I proceed, I hope इस वीडियो के नीचे जो subscribe का button है उस पे आपने click किया हुआ है. Alright? Okay, now, I went back 10 minutes into the previous episode for a quick refresh before starting Volume 2. The finale was called The Massacre at Hawkins' Lab. Elle is inside that machine. Nina, she's reliving her childhood memories of how she had to fight Henry/1, and then she banished him to the Upside Down realm, inadvertently creating Vecna. But we were also told that all the gifted children who were unfortunately murdered at Papa's lab were killed by 1, not by 11. In the next 2 episodes, both of which are feature film lengths, no spoilers ahead, don't worry. The various storylines and subplots separated by geography continue to move towards each other. Hopper is planning an escape from Russia, we know that. The boys from the West Coast are still driving towards Hawkins and Argyle's pizza delivery van, we know that also. Elle is still at the lab, and Dustin, Steve, Nancy, Robin, Eddie, Lucas, his sister Erica, Max are all in Hawkins, trying to piece together the mystery of Vecna and how to defeat him without the powers of Elle. If it sounds like a lot, that's because it is. The show is now at a point where it remains mega interesting, but only to a hardcore fan. Not even the casual Stranger Things watcher can keep up with it anymore. The canon has spread wide and deep. There are too many backstories, death, origins one must know before getting into this show. None of these are bad things if you're a fan. In fact, I envy you if you haven't watched the series at all and you've decided to watch it from the start, because Stranger Things Season 1 remains some of the best TV ever made. Just don't abandon it in Season 3 क्योंकि वो तो बहुत ही खराब था.
He's not going to stop. Not until he's taken everyone.
So Season 4 is similar to the later, edgier Harry Potter movies in tonality, but it is better. The kids are at the precipice of becoming young adults, not necessarily due to their age, but because of the circumstances they've been put in, not having the option to be quote-unquote childish anymore. While the overall tone of the franchise has always been darker than, even initial Lord of the Rings movies, this time it carries a horror vibe, sinister and very murderous. As the trailer also shows Robin saying it might not work out for us, the writing really does focus on creating an undefeatable villain, stacking all the odds against the children of Hawkins. You spend a lot more time in the Upside Down than ever before, but the real world is also so overcome with grief and dread. It has been shot in really depressed tones and colors, making it indistinguishable from the Upside Down in some scenes. Also adding to the sense of helplessness is the fact that the adults remain separated from the children. The only adults around are Dr. Brenner and Sam Owens, and as we saw in Volume 1, those are being less than helpful right now. So the kids are truly on their own, separated not just from the only 2 adults who understand the gravity of the situation, that is Joyce and Hopper, but they're also separated from each other. This conflict, while allows characters like Max and the fantastic new addition Eddie Munson to flourish and add newer flavor to the experience, it also contributes to the impatience one might feel while watching this season. You keep waiting for the subplots to finally merge, and the closer you get to that moment, the better the show gets. And it does take forever to reach there. You fill in the spaces with a little bit more of that zealously religious football team mourning the lead player's girlfriend's death. Coincidentally, they show up at the very same spot at the very same time when some of the kids decide to go to that spot. I was actually surprised at how many such coincidences occurred in Volume 2, a sign of hurried writing. The boys in the pizza van, Will, Mike, Argyle and Jonathan, arrive somewhere at the most opportune moment, जब एकदम मतलब action zenith पर है. You'll see this happen multiple times throughout the show. People just show up or find each other at the very exact precise second something big or ridiculous occurs. One would expect a show like Stranger Things to do better than that, right?
It is over 11.
But you guys, there is some fantastic world building going on. Dungeons and Dragons brought to life in the best TV fashion possible. There are flamethrowers and swords, leaders and followers, fights and sacrifices, planning and impulsive running. You can't help but be awed by the story of the Upside Down, how Vecna came to be, the significance of the mysterious grandfather clock, you remember, Demogorgons' ki presence in Soviet Russia, which still remains the most uninteresting subplot to me, TBH, Papa in his lab, plus all the flashback sequences. All of this is aided by excellent acting performances from the entire cast that we've come to love so deeply over the years. As the kids are now turning a corner in their lives, the emotions they get to experiment and experience with now are a lot more complicated, and every single cast member delivers. Yes, David Hopper has gotten mad fit, we've seen the pictures, good for him, but watch out for Joseph Quinn as Eddie Munson, Caleb McLaughlin as Lucas, Gaten Matarazzo as usual being an incredible Dustin, and Sadie Sink as Max. Really crushing it this season. Just some great professional work. Not to say the rest of them don't continue to be amazing. They do.
You can't stop this now.
The music of the series has always been wonderful and special. We get a whole Metallica sequence this time around. You're not ready for it. Get ready though for some real emotional, tender, two-some moments. Lucas and Max, Eddie and Dustin, Mike and Jonathan, Steve and Robin, Steve and Nancy, Joyce and Hopper, leaving no stone unturned in their red herring scattering attempts. Is someone about to die? Why are we getting so many emo moments? Suspicious.
Your friends have lost.
Overall, yet again, the time investment required for Volume 2, first episode is 1.5 hours and second is 2.5 hours, it does pay off provided you commit. The cliffhanger is fabulous and I can't wait for Season 5. Yes, there's a Season 5, last nahi. So, on a scale of 1 to 10, Stranger Things Season 4 Volume 2 is 3 stolen getaway vans are racing towards that finale. One is a prison van from Russia, one is that pizza delivery van from the West Coast, and one trailer in Hawkins. Mazadar imagery. देखिए end तक.
It is over. Now I just want you to watch.
एंड तक आप इस रिव्यू के आए गए हो तो सब्सक्राइब भी कर लेना. क्लिकिटी क्लिक ऑन माय फेस हियर. ये जो गमला होता है ना, इसके पास ही लगाते हैं मेरा चेहरा. 50,000 तक पहुंच जाएंगे. थॉर लव एंड थंडर का रिव्यू करेंगे इस थर्सडे को. आप बेल का बटन जरूर दबा देना सब्सक्राइब करने के बाद, सो यू आर द फर्स्ट वन टू गेट दैट रिव्यू. ओके, थैंक यू. इधर